I wear perfume because I feel like it gives me a sense of completeness and almost a sense of comfort as well. There's something about having a signature scent that makes you feel like yourself.
I like to wear perfume because it makes me smell nice, and it kind of gives you a distinction. So if you're like walking on the road or something, and it's easy for someone to know who you are, I guess. Be like, oh yeah, because she smells like that. So that's why I like to wear perfume.
I wear perfume because I think that it adds a sense of personality. I love when someone walks into an elevator or walks past you and you can smell their perfume, and it kind of gives you a little taste of who they are. And yeah, I would love to be someone that has like a signature scent that people, when they smell it, think of me, and adds a little bit of my personality.
So I wear perfume to feel good about myself. I know that when I put on a certain scent, like it makes me feel a lot better going out in the day. I know that people, like, I don't smell bad. I know that, like, I just feel better about myself.
I wear perfume to feel more confident when I go out and to accessorize my outfit. Perfume makes me feel more confident and more girly, and I just feel better about myself when I go out.
I do consider myself to have flaws. Nobody's perfect, obviously, but I think flaws give people character. Not everyone's perfect, like I said, so everyone's different. Everyone has their own thing going on.
I think that probably everybody thinks that they have one or two flaws.
Flaws, yes, lots. I think it kind of builds the person.
I think every person has a few flaws. I for sure am not perfect, so I definitely have a few, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just forms my personality.
I think flaws are very, I guess stereotypical. They're kind of like pushed on society. The way you view someone is kind of how you've been brought up, and how like society makes like one person look beautiful and one person maybe not so beautiful compared to society. I think everyone has their own flaws, but I think people, if they can make their flaws something positive, then they shouldn't be a flaw.
I think flaws are imperfections. So you have an image of yourself and who you want to be, and then you create flaws that are the space between who you are and who you want to be. So something that doesn't make you perfect, but it could be something that does make you perfect to somebody else.
Having a flaw, I think, means something that you want to work on as a person. You have this ultimate person that you see or want to be, or if that be someone that inspires you or that you see yourself eventually being. So it's something that's setting you back from being able to achieve that. And so I think everyone should have flaws because it improves yourself as a person and who you want to be later on.
I think it just means being different than everyone else, being your own person. Not everyone is exactly alike, so a flaw to one person could be a positive to someone else.
I do consider myself to have flaws. What it means to me is just things that I feel self-conscious about. It's not so much what other people see me as, just things that I've never really been able to fully accomplish, or even if it's just like a look or something that I'm just really self-conscious about. It doesn't mean that like I can't grow from those flaws, but it's definitely something that I like to work on.
Flaws in terms of beauty can relate to like a physical look, but flaws can also relate to bad habits or bad personality traits. But again, nobody's perfect, and they kind of form you as a human being, because even some of my friends, I laugh at their little flaws or appreciate their little flaws because it makes them them.
Flaws are something that, as you're growing up through being a teenager, there are things that you just really don't like about yourself. And I know that in high school, people used to make fun of me for my hands all the time. But I think that as you grow up and learn who you are and become an individual, you learn that flaws are what makes you different and what makes you, well, funny sometimes, but flaws are what makes you an individual and what makes you you. And it's just something that you accept as you grow into who you are.